Hi, my name is Amber Moore. I am your host for Real Boys Talk. This is part two of images. Our first part one, was about skincare, your responsibility as a role model, and also appearance. Now we're going to do images, accessories. Accessories play a major part in making sure the image is what you want your image to be, kind of like the icing on top of the cake. If you got great cake, that's wonderful, but I won't know it if the box and the packaging and the presentation is not complete. A lot of times we have amazing outfits on, and the accessories that we put with it do not bring it to the level it needs to. So it kind of fizzles to a low. What we want to do is I want to introduce you to some things that I do, some things that I have, companies that I've used. I am not promoting anyone. I'm not getting paid to do it. So please, I'm saying these are recommendations and things that I do. Doesn't mean you have to do it, but I'm hoping that it will be something that you, again, take this conversation offline, have it with other studs. Ask them what they use. Ask them where they get their stuff from. I am not about to see somebody out there and think I love what they have on and not ask them where they got it. I will do that. And I do that because I want to know. It doesn't mean I'm going to go out and buy it. I might find it in a different color, a different style, but it's very similar to what you have. And I liked what you presented. Plus, why can't I tell you that you look good and you're a stud? What is wrong with that? Absolutely nothing. So today we're going to talk about accessories. If you know me, if you know Amber Cupid, then you know for a fact I am a accessory whore. As you can see, those of you who are watching this on video wise, outside of my podcast, this is my room and I've brought you into it. It has all as you can see, I have lots of baseball caps. I have some fedoras on my wall. I have tons of cologne. I have sunglasses. I have shoes. I've got jewelry. I've got watches. Those are all the things I want to talk about today with you. Okay. So today we're going to start with our cologne. Smelling good is, to me, like, woo, puts your outfit, puts your image, it is what gets you going. If you are cocky, you get that smelling on you good. It's your smell, and it's what you know. It's like, this is how, oh, I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. I smell good. I look good. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Okay. It is just amazing how cologne can do for us. And so it is an accessory. It is not something that's always, but I use cologne. A lot of people do not. If you use oils, by all means, I think that is amazing. Again, I use cologne, and for me, I can get the high level cologne brands, the most expensive stuff out there, for very little. And why? No, it's not an imitation. You know why? Because it is actually the cologne itself. And what it is, it's called Scentbird. Scentbird is a subscription. I believe it's between $14.99 and $21.99. And they send you every month, they're going to send you a tube of the most latest cologne. And if you're a female, then you're a feminine woman, then you'll get perfume. I personally love everything they've sent me. Some stuff I don't think I've been with them for probably about 3 years now. And I think I started in 2019, actually. I don't think there has been a smell they've sent me that I did not appreciate, did not like, or didn't smell good on me. Everything they've sent me so far has been smelling amazing. I have gotten the latest Gucci when it came out. I've got the latest Maggiano. I've got the latest Dolce Gabbana that's out. Oh, the Mercedes Benz. I have almost every single one of those, and they're the one that I feel like is like I've gotten the most compliments on when it comes to the Mercedes Benz line has been Signs. Sign is amazing. That smell, oh baby, it is really worth it. And so now I have the Dolce Gabbana in one that I'm using now that's called Light Blue. It's really nice. And I will tell you, some of the smells I will wear them more than others. Like I wear Prada, which was a gift that was given to me. And that product is amazing. Now it is in the full bottle. Okay. I didn't get this part of the Scentbird because it was a gift, but I wear it a lot. It is my go-to, kind of like my everyday go out kind of cologne, I guess you could say. I do have some Nautica. I have some Gucci that I had before I started Scentbird, but I have actually been able to get some really nice stuff. The Burberry line, very much have been able to get. So with the colognes, when we wear them, we are not here to bathe in them. Okay. It is for someone to have a mild smell of it and then remember who we are. That is what colognes are for. So we don't want to bathe in it. And then we also don't want it to change. What I smell in the bottle is what I want to smell on myself. And to do that, I have options. Okay. I can take that cologne, lay my clothes out, spray it above them, and let the cologne hit the clothes. I can stay in the clothes. I can put the clothes on, spray the cologne in front of me, walk through it. And there's another way that it gets on my clothes and it's not heightened. It's not on my skin where the pH of me changes the smell of the cologne. And now it smells like something totally new. It does not smell like anything that I've actually used before. Okay, that's what we don't want. So to do that, again, I can also spray it on my clothes, take me a couple of poofs, and then that's it. And then I usually put my cologne on 20 minutes before I'm ready to walk out the door. And why do I do that? Because it's heightened right now when I just put it on. But by the time I get to my car, it's mellowed down. By the time I get my event, it's not gone. Oh no, it's not gone at all. It is in an amazing place. And it is where everybody can smell it. It's not too much, which means when I walk by you, you might catch it, but it didn't stay. Okay. We don't want that. We don't want that to be the case at all. We want to be able to have it where it's on us. It smells good. People notice. They go, oh, I like that. I went up to a gentleman. I was at an event not too long ago. He had on an amazing smell. I was like, what is that? I have got to get that. That's when, and I feel like that we should be able to have those kind of conversations with anybody. If you like something, have that conversation, ask them. Say, what is that you're wearing? I think I want to try that out. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay. So with colognes, that is how we look at things. Now, of course, I have, some older ones in my repertoire that I have not used in a million years, but I still like the bottle. And Dracar was one of my favorites back in the day. Yes, I did just date myself. That was when the Curve era was like, woo, everybody loved Curve. And yes, I smelled good in Curve. It just wasn't always my go-to cologne. I've been very much a Polo and Dracar person, got into a little bit of Nautica early on, that kind of thing. But basically, I stayed very much content with those smells that I've been used to as a young person. Now, I will say this, my grandfather did have that Old Spice. He did have some, what was another one? He had some Old Spice in there. And I want to say a couple that were Avon level colognes, which Avon is not bad. Their colognes are not bad at all. It's just they don't last very long. They will become a lot more alcohol smell at some point, so you do have to be careful. But if that's what you want to rock, by all means, that's what you rock. I think that I don't think there's a cologne out there that I can say anything bad about, because it's nothing. It's just, it might not work for your pH, but it's still a good cologne. Okay. So again, we talked about cologne. Cologne to me is an asset to the finishing product of your image. And you can always keep one smell and let that be your smell, like wintertime. This is what I'm going to smell like. You don't have to be versatile and move around and get different ones. You can always keep the same one that you have, if that is you. And there's nothing wrong with that. That becomes like your signature. Everybody knows that when they smell this, oh, I know such and such is in the house. I know she's here because I know her smell. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's amazing. I personally like to have so many different, because of what mood I might be in. That's why I have a lot. All right. Now, I'm also an eyeglass person. Many of you might know, I wear glasses. And I will tell you, let's look at this. Wearing contacts of different color, that's an accessory. Right now I have on green. Love my green. Wear it periodically, but I also have sunglasses. I will buy any type of sunglasses because I think they're cool. So like I have these ones that have the little flip, and then they're like regular glasses with the sunglass part onto it, the shade part. I will buy different looks. And you can do that based on what you're trying to do. Like I have these gold round rimmed sunglasses. I wear them casually when I'm going to someplace, like if I'm going on a first date, if I'm going to meet someone and it's a casual event, we're going to eat or anything like that, heading into the movies kind of thing. Yes, I'll wear those kind of glasses. I have those that have the tint where I can wear them in the club. I am not one to wear a full dark pair of sunglasses into the club. That's just not me. Doesn't mean that you can't do it, because that could be what sets your outfit off. For me, I need to be able to see. So I have a tint. I will either do a tinted pair of glasses that are either they'll be brown tint. I have a pair of yellow. I've got some red ones. So I will versatile put those out there, and depending on what I'm wearing. I am a big person of matching my outfit with the accessories that go with it. I do carry several different, like I carry some rim glasses that are gold. I have some that are not gold, that are silver. I have a pair of wood glasses that go with a wood watch that they weren't together, but I purchased them and I was like, oh, okay. And it is literally a wood watch. And you can get the wood watch. I got mine off of, I want to say it was eBay. I will use eBay a lot. There's some amazing stuff on eBay. When it came to watches, before I found out of a watch organization that has a subscription, which I'll talk about, I was buying my watches from eBay, which was really great. It worked out really well. And when I worked at, I will tell you, if you're a gamer and you like the characters of different games, I bought a Star Wars watch. Love it. And so I will wear it. I've got a Batman watch. So I guess I've moved into our watches now. There you go. So with watches, let's talk about it. I signed up for Wrist Mafia. Wrist Mafia, you pay, again, I believe it's $24.99, and every month they send you a watch. I've actually gone and researched the watches that I've gotten, and I have not gotten a watch that is less than possibly $75. I have a couple of watches that they've sent me that are in the 125, and these are like very nice watches. One of them is by a company called watchmaker called Henry Ashton. Their watches are amazing. They sent me one that is a classical black with a gold rim. When I tell you, this is my like dress grown. When I go to galas and I'm wearing my tuxedo, this is the watch that I put on with it. It is an amazing, classy watch. They sent me another one that has a brown band on it that is more of a goldish look, that I think, and I love it. I think it's amazing. And I like the bands, but these are not like cheesy bands. These are like those serious leather bands with these amazing watches. Now, this company that did this one that sent me the brown is called Toro Luna. It is, I don't know much about the companies of these watch companies, but to me, I've done the research to find out they're nice quality work, quality products, quality everything about them. So when you go to Wrist Mafia and sign up for their subscription box, you're getting quality. I mean, I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I've got one from Henry Austin, another one that is a brown with the face being silver. So it works with me. I also got one. The one that I have on right now is an all black sportish kind of watch, black band, black, all of it's considered black. I will wear this watch more on a casual level if I'm going to the gym, if I'm going to just hang out at someone's home, if I'm going to a day party, anything like that, because it's a casual watch. It's black. It goes with everything, right? And so I will watch that. And this watch that I have on that is the all black came from Mason and Company. Very nice. Like I said, this watch was a 50-50. I actually think this was set. I've been 65. So I'll go back and reduce that. I believe that I've gotten a couple of watches that are in the $65 range, but I have some that are very, very expensive watches that I'm very proud of. Another one that I got from Deuce is a very nice leather band with a more of a copper goldish kind of face. Amazing stuff that you get from these guys. A company called Maestro is another one, and they gave me the face is gold of the watch, and then I got two bands. I got a black solid band, and then I got a textured leather brown band. And then you just switch them out when you need to. So it's very much, and they do a little bit of, they go a little nuts at times, because I got this one watch that is a very pale yellow ish leather watch that kind of goes with my Timbs. If just a regular pair of Timbs, it's that kind of yellow kind of base, right? So, and it's got the silver face on it and stuff. And so it is an amazing watch. I've worn it with some casual stuff as well, not with the dresses excuse me, not the dressy stuff. So watches, why do I make a big deal? A lot of you all have Apple watches that you now can change faces and stuff. I will not get an Apple watch for the simple fact that that's what you always have to wear. And I like the fact that I can wear different watches to go with my clothes. I love that. That is something that I am very excited about always being able to do. And so for me, this works out better. If you're into watches and stuff of that nature, then Wrist Mafia is going to be your friend. I love the watches that I get. Like I said, they range from very sporty to bands that you have to, they got the ones you can flip over, the old school band that your granddad probably had. I've got a couple of those. I've got some that I've got an all black one that is like a metal, super, super light, but it's a metal type of watch. Very, very nice. I priced that one. I believe that was one that was around $150. I've priced some of these watches just to see what kind of quality and what kind of pricing they've got me in, so to speak, when it comes to the watches that they send. And I can be honest, the watches that I'm getting are like very nice. And they're ones that are expensive, but they're ones that I would not have access to had I not been a part of this subscription box. So sometimes those subscription boxes are very much worth your time. Some of them that are out there will give you a whole outfit. You tell them what you're doing, where you're going, and they will send you a whole outfit: shoes, socks, underwear, the t-shirt, the dress shirt, the pants, whatever it is the outfit is that they put together for you. They'll send it all to you. But you do have to do your research and find out which ones you want to be a part of. Okay. Because I did try a couple out. I wasn't unhappy, but I did realize that the more money you spend on those particular type of subscription boxes, the better quality, the quality of the product that you're going to get. Unlike with the Wrist Mafia, if you spend the I think it's $24 a month. If you're doing that, you're getting quality. I can promise you that. All right. So now watches. We wear a watch. I am a right-hander, so my watch goes on my left. I don't do a lot. That's all that's going to be over there is a watch. For me, on the left hand, that's on my left. On my right hand, I am a person who will use. I've got some bracelets that are gold. I've got silver, and I've also gotten into the beads, where you get the type of beads that kind of give you energy. I have one that is one that represents for my grandmother, which was her birthstone. And so I have that. So for today, I have on white and red and black, or a little burgundy, not really red, more like a crimson. So some of these, two of my bracelets, one is where it has crimson colored beads and it has white. And it's got some silver in it as well. Of course, if you know me, you know I'm always going to have on something that's SOP. And I have a SOP bracelet, which is blue. I have a brown one that is like a woodish kind of dark. I'm not even sure if that's what kind of wood it would be, but it's a burgundy black kind of shiny. But anyway, it's very nice. So I will wear those on my right hand. So as you can tell, I'm not one that's going to probably anytime soon have an Apple Watch. But if you have an Apple Watch, by all means, do your thing. I think they have accessories to make your watches look different. I am a big fan of watches. So therefore, yes, I am going to continue to keep collecting my watches. I'm actually at a point where I'm about to get me a watch box, that you put all your watches in. That's what I'm looking for next, because otherwise I have them in the actual containers that they were sent to me in, which is their design box, which I still love and I still use. All right. So when we look at those things, most of the time, when it comes to the accessories of jewelry, which is what we're walking into now from the watches. All right. We've talked about cologne. We've talked about eyewear. And eyewear is consisted of those contacts. Get you some different color contacts. Try some stuff out. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that makes you less of anything, of any person that you're trying to be somebody you're not. No, that's enhancing who you want to be and making you comfortable to be able to exude your greatness out when you're out in the public and do your very best. If you feel good about who you are and what you look like and how you look, by all means, you're going to exude that in the work that you put out there. Okay. So contacts are a part of that accessory line. If you ask me, it does. It can enhance an outfit. It sure can. You got on some contacts and something different that people have never seen you in, and then you got on a different kind of look. That can be amazing. That can be a really nice, amazing, especially if you're stepping out of your comfort zone. All right. Jewelry wise, I right now have on what I call my casual. I have a rope silver necklace. I've got a piece of gem, a rock, as well as a crystal. Well, they're both crystals. Both crystals. I will wear that. That is a casual look for me. Okay. Now I do have some others. I've got a gold necklace. I've got some that have charms on them, or medallions on them, or what have you. And I'm one of those people. I don't wear a lot. I'm not one of those ones that wears a lot of the jewelry. Like I have 4 or 5 different big chains or whatever. I'm not really, and I will say this, it also depends on where I'm going. If I'm going to a club to do music for like as you know, I'm part of 105.7 The Face. If I'm going to an event it's one of, in the music industry or out there like that, then yes, I'm pretty much going to hit the trend of wearing the amount of jewelry that I want to wear. So I will wear more than one necklace to go with if I'm going out. I will put on, I have a couple of diamond necklaces that have medallions that go with them. I have a diamond, a star, and I can't remember the other one. But I'll put those with it. That's fine. I usually do those if I'm doing a little bit more dressier, not so much casual. But I will tell you that having a jewelry on, earrings, I have a pair of gold earring hoops. I've got some black hoops. I've got these silvers that got something on them, and I got hoops that have nothing on them. They're just silver hoops. Get you some variety of those. Get different sizes. If you are somebody that does gauges, now gauges is a little different. That's where we're taking the whole and increasing the size of it within the ear. If that's what you're doing, that's part of the accessory and who you are, and building your image and building the look that you want. You're gonna want that. Okay. So you want to make sure you get you some variety, try some things out. I am not big on tattoos above the neck, like on the face. You got to make sure that if that is a decision that you're going to make, that is also an accessory that you must make sure that it works with everything that you do. I'm always that person that's always said that if I am going to put anything, pierce anything, or tattoo, it has to enhance who I am. Okay. I do have tattoos. I am not one against tattoos. I am all for tattoos. For me, I'm going to be doing a sleeve soon. So I have that. But when it comes to tattooing my face, putting tattoos on my face, that is not for me. Why? Because of what I do. Now, if you're a tattoo artist or you're in the industry of music, and that's where you want to be on that level, then I encourage you to do what fits and what works for you. If you are a tattoo artist, I expect that you have tattoos. Majority of your body is tattooed. And I have no problem with that. And I think no one else does either. I think that we just have to make sure that if we're going into corporate America, we have to be mindful. And I think, yes, there's some laxing on that. But if you're wanting to go to a high level, and honestly, to be an executive, sit at a board table, things of that nature, be mindful of what you're putting, what you're going to do if you tattoo. If you put something behind your ear or on the lower part, the back part of your neck. I mean, me personally, I do want to put some lips on here at some point when I find my unicorn. Yes, they will be hers. I do want to do that. I want it to be amazing. But will it be on my face? No, it will not. But it will be something that if I'm wearing a sweater, if I'm wearing a tie, you probably won't see it. All right. Again, jewelry. I have dog tags. If you're going to wear dog tags, that's fine. Wear that. Wear your jewelry. I have some black jewelry. So I have jewelry that goes, I've got my gold, I've got my silver, I've got black. Those things, like I said, you put the earrings in. When I go put on my tuxedo, I go full-fledged. And if I'm going to do black, I'm doing all black. That means my tie, my shirt, my jacket, my pants, my socks, my shoes, my any kind of accessories that I'm going to wear that night with that outfit are black. I will put a little silver on because I go nowhere pretty much without my fraternity ring, which once I get married, hopefully I will get married one day, I will replace my fraternity ring with my wedding band and move my fraternity ring to another finger, most likely to the right hand, and put it on that finger. Okay. So, or whichever finger you're supposed to put your wedding band on, it'll go on that hand. So also with that, I will wear on the other hand, my right hand. This is where people can go. As it used to be that the tradition and etiquette, with etiquette, you would wear the ring, just a pinky ring. That's it. So on your left hand, you had, if you were a male, okay, we're going to use that male persona Word. So we would wear a watch on the left hand. We'd wear our fraternity ring, college graduate ring, high school grad ring, whatever ring you have on that level if we're not married. If we're married, I believe you're wearing your wedding band. And then those other rings will move to the right hand. You wear it on that hand. But I'm single, so we're going to approach this on a single level. So I have my fraternity ring on my left hand along with a watch. That's all I put on that hand. That's it. That's all that goes over there. On the right hand, I will go to the beyond the levels because I will wear beads. I have my crystal beads. I will put those on there. I will wear, I have silver jewelry. I've got some gold jewelry, depending on what jewelry I'm wearing, that will go on this hand. And then ring wise, I do have some gold. I've got some gold rings. I've got some silver rings. Got a couple of decos that are kind of like I can wear on my index finger, my ring finger, my pinky. Technically, you should only have one ring on that hand, which is normally your pinky ring. Okay. But as we know, times have changed, things have changed. The etiquette that we have as our foundation, we can bend and mold a little bit more when it comes to what you're doing. And please remember, this is really based on, when it comes to accessories, base your accessories on who you are and what you do. Everywhere you cannot do every single thing that I've mentioned. Some places you can't wear cologne at your job because you are in the healthcare industry. So they tell you don't wear cologne. So you're wanting to wear cologne probably is something that would fit with Scentbird because you're getting a scent every month. And then you might say, well, I'm going out, I'm gonna go have a good time. I can use it there, but I can't wear it to work. I work in an office. So therefore for me, when I go to my office, I can wear the cologne because it is an office that's open, it's got good ventilation, and it's not, and everybody else is kind of probably wearing something as well. Not that I go in there strong and take over. That's not what you want, as we mentioned. Okay. Now we go into some other stuff after we get out of the jewelry. I think when it comes to jewelry, make sure that it works with what you're wearing. Okay. If you're going casual, then your jewelry should reflect that. If you're going, if you're really going like you got a tuxedo on and stuff of that nature, be mindful of that. Okay. You're classy and it can be simple. And that's what you want to always give. When it comes to you want to come and make your statement and make sure that statement resonates with everyone. And then when you leave, that statement is still being said. They're still going, did you see what they had on? Them shoes was off the chain. I love them shoes. And that outfit was on, and it was banging because she had on that such and such and such and such. That's what you're looking for. That's what you want to be extruded back, okay? Because that's part of building your image. That's part of as also the accessories that you want to bring to the table. Hats. Let's talk about that. I am one who will put a hat on if I can get away with it, with everything. Okay, I love it. I have hats to go with sweaters. I got hats to go with my org stuff or my frat stuff. I've got hats to go with suits. I am that person. I like to wear a hat. I wear a baseball cap at a heartbeat. And so when I look at the colors that I'm going to wear for that day, I'm like, oh, do I have a hat I can put with that? I have a gold, a gold thermal, right? I bought it. I bought a pink one. Well, I looked in my closet and I said, okay, I got these thermal shirts. I love them. They look good on me. I look good in them. But there's something missing. No, I don't always have to wear a hat, but let's make sure we got one that can rock it. So I looked in my closet, my repertoire of hats. And yes, I have a gold hat that I can wear with it. And I have a pink baseball cap that I have that I've never worn because I didn't have anything to wear with it but a button down, which was fine. Didn't worry about it. I mean, I wore it when I wore the button down, but now I have this really nice flannel or thermal shirt that is pink, that is the right pink with that hat. So I can wear that, some Tim, some Jim, some jeans, and I wear dark jeans with it. Looks really nice. Okay, casual. Well, like if I'm just going Saturday to the brunch, nothing heavy, we're just hanging out. That's something that I can wear. I have other hats. I have a couple of those, what they call the derby hats that you wear when you're driving hats. I've got a couple of those. And they've got some color in them. I'll pull out, like one has orange and gray. So I'll wear orange. That's just me. I like to make sure that if I'm gonna wear a hat, it's got something to do with something I have on. For example, the shirt that I have on today has that crimson color in it. So I am wearing a crimson colored hat to go with it. Love that. All right. Hats are, to me, hats are everything. Hats can set your outfit to be either make it classy, like keep it that very professional look if you wear a fedora, or you can break it down and give it that more sport dress look where you put in a baseball cap to go with it. We've seen those athletes that do that themselves, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I kind of like that. I am one to want, I will not right now, but I have always wanted to and possibly will be going into that in 2023, where a lot of my suits, I'm gonna be wearing tennis shoes and a hat because I like that look. I like the feel, but you gotta let me explain to you to wear tennis shoes with a suit, your suit got to be a certain type of suit. You cannot have like any kind of flare in your pants. That means you need them pants to be straight leg, very much so. Because if not, then now we've gotten a whole nother look going. And that's not going to be a more fashionable look because then your pants are a little bit wider. So they'll kind of go over the shoe a little bit more. If you got the straight leg dress pants, that's not what's going to happen. And you're going to get that look that you're looking for that we see in the magazines when people are wearing these dress pants and they got on tennis shoes. That's what we're trying to achieve. So you got to be mindful of what you have in your closet, what kind of pants, because I know I got to upgrade my pants because I have put on some weight. And so I had lost some weight. Then I cleaned out my closet. Then I put on some weight. So now I'm back at in between the weight factor. And that is something that also will affect how you are with your image, is your weight. We will talk about that going forward, possibly in another episode. But let's get back on this one for accessories. So we've talked about our cologne, we've talked about watches, we've talked about sunglasses or eyewear. We've talked about jewelry, and what can work for you. Please understand, if you are somebody that cannot wear cheap jewelry, do not buy cheap jewelry. That's all I mean. That's how I look at it. If you know that you cannot handle, your body cannot handle you putting cheap jewelry on it, don't put cheap jewelry on it. Go ahead and spend that money. Sometimes that accessory of the jewelry that you're putting your money in, that's a wonderful investment. Okay. Everybody doesn't have that opportunity. I have a couple of pieces that, I spent some money on, and I'm glad about that, because when I wear it, oh, it's a little money. This, and not that anything that I put on me looks cheap. It's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you that for your body to not have a bad reaction, do what you need to do to make sure that you have the accessories that you need. Do not sleep on Fashion Nova for men or Fashion Nova for women. Don't sleep on Shein. Don't sleep on those companies. I've gotten some amazing eyewear from those companies. Their accessories are very good. I've been able to get some great t-shirts. I've been able to get some great hats. I've been able to get great, even some interesting pair of shoes. I've gotten a couple of pairs of tennis shoes that come from there that I thought were very unique, and they worked with what I was trying to do. So, and with the outfit that I was putting them with. So please know some of those things that we say, oh, that's kind of cheap or whatever. Yeah, they might not be expensive, but they do. And I will say this, you take care of them, they last. Okay, that's all I got to say. Anything that you put your money in, if you take care of it, it will last. Even if it's super cheap. Cheap shit will last if you take care of it. If you take it off and you throwing it on the ground, or you putting it in the wash machine, you're not caring about how it gets washed because it says on there dry clean only, or it says something like this will shrink, and you're not paying attention, you wonder why it's paying. That's the problem. If you like something, if this is something that you want to keep and you want to keep being able to utilize it, then guess what you got to do? You're going to have to take that time and put time into making sure that you take care of the items that you have, whether they're expensive or cheap. If there's something that you like, you got to take care. Okay. So let's move on to socks. As I mentioned, I am an accessory whore. So socks are important to me too. And actually my cousin got me more on the sock game than anything, because she's a big Superman fan. So she has the shoes, the shirts, the hats, the socks, the whole nine. So I am a big Batman fan. So I have Batman socks. I've got different ones that I've gotten from different you know, just different places, and I ordered them and I bought them and that kind of thing. So, but I do have a subscription to Sock Fancy. Sock Fancy asks you questions like, what do you like? And do you like multicolors? Do you like the Argyle look? Do you want to be funny? Do you like to have the characters? Do you like holiday socks? All of that, to be able to get an understanding of what kind of socks they want to provide you with. So every month, and I think theirs is $11.99 to $14.99. But every month you get either one pair of socks or two, depending on, or more, depending on what you subscribe to. So I got some really nice dress socks. I was really trying to beef up my dress sock look. So I've got some really nice ones. And then of course, I am one who will get socks for the holidays. Actually, let me rephrase that. I am not the one, but my ex, when we were together, she was very much about holidays. So I have all kinds of holiday socks. For me, the holiday of, what is it? March, the St. Patrick's Day, that's a big holiday for me and my family because we are Irish. So yes, I've got Irish socks, or St. Patty socks, I guess you could say, green socks. And so, like I said, they will send you stuff. Like I said, I got these from Sock Fancy. They're blue and red socks. So they give you a nice little design to put with it. I think that to me is another way to be able to really kick off, or I guess put closure on your outfit, is the socks. When you put the socks on and then you put your shoes on, and then I get to see those socks and they work with what you have on. Oh, I love seeing that. I love seeing that. So that's another thing. So Sock Fancy will give you those socks every single month to provide you with. And I think that's something that is an amazing thing. I to me, the subscription boxes save you a lot of time, because I'm not one to I don't really like going shopping. So for me to have to go out and find stuff and go from store to store to store looking for what I want drives me nuts. I'm not that person. I probably will go, like I said, right now I'm single. So if I was with somebody, yes, I would be going, and probably would not be a big thing. Let's briefly talk about scarves. We're in the winter time. I feel like scarves are something I'm slowly getting into. So I've purchased a couple that I really like. I have a brown one that was my grandfather's, and I wear that. It's cashmere. I love it. I've taken some photos with it. So it's one of those things that I will wear. I've got a black one that I have, and a red one as well. And so I will put those with with an outfit. Now, most of the time when I'm wearing, if I'm going to put a scarf on and something like that, I'm going to some kind of play, some kind of, dress up outing, a gala, anything like that. As in, I have no idea what I'm wearing tomorrow to the adult prom that is being hosted by 105.7's talk show, or I guess we can call her talk show host, Amanda Miller, who has Amanda Miller Talks, or Queen's Talk. Those are podcasts that she has. And so with her, that dress, that prom, what will I wear? There you go. So that's kind of where we're kind of looking at. So that's when I might put on something to that effect. I might put on a scarf with whatever my outfit is. Once I figure out what my outfit's going to be, there you go. And it's actually happening on the 16th of this month of December. So that is Friday. We are hosting a adult prom. If you have not gotten your tickets, please feel free to go to 105.7thephase.com and purchase your tickets. All right. So yes, I plug throughout the time that I am talking, because there's things that are going on in the city that, I'm going to want you to know as well. This is a way for you to be able to go out, test out your image on some things, try something different when you come out this time, or when you do something a little bit different. Try something. If you have not done a baseball hat with a suit, try it out. Why not? This is how you're going to find out what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Otherwise, you're never really going to know. I do a lot of looking in different magazines or different things online just to see what the looks are. I'm not a trendy person, as I've mentioned. So for me, it's just me kind of filling out what would I pull? What can I pull out of my closet that's a little bit not my comfort zone? Another way for studs, if you're interested in really wanting to branch out and really want to test out what your comfort zone is in terms of your look, sign up for Stud Model Project. It's amazing. I am one of the members of that project as well. I have not been able to utilize it as much as I've wanted to, but the times that I have, it is to me therapy in itself. To be around that many studs and look at their image and see how they do stuff and what they bring to the table is amazing. I have been so impressed. I am, and I tell people, if you're looking to kind of build on your image, Stud Model Project is a great way to do it. Okay, so that's another one of my plugs as well. One day, everybody, will come in and we will be able to give you a more in depth, I guess, list. I will try my best to add that to the website on different resources as well that I've mentioned in this particular podcast. I'll try to make sure I get those links to you all as well. And you can find this podcast, of course, is part of the 105.7 thephase.com, or you can go to iheart.com and look up 105.7 The Phase, and you will see my podcast is a part of that as well. And it is Real Boys Talk. We talk about on here, Real Boys Talk Health Series, we're going to talk about individual health, mental, spiritual, career, image, relationships, the whole nine. We're going to hit on all of that. All right. And each thing ties and works together. Okay. So as if you've listened to some of the podcasts before, we're preparing to be a better person. We're preparing to do different things. We're preparing to make goals that we can achieve. Okay. We're going into 2023. What does that mean for us? That every year you should be looking at the year that you're in. What did you do? What did you do last year? What you did this year? And what do you need to do next year? And if you still are carrying stuff from last year to this year that didn't get done, and then you want to carry it to 2023, let me break something to you real quick. And I'm adding this in as part of the imaging, is that's not good, because that means that somehow or another, that particular thing that you keep moving from one year to keep carrying it with you every year, it's not working. Either you're not able to achieve it, or you need to reassess it and achieve it in a different way. And that's something that we're going to talk about. I believe my next podcast is about goal setting and how we can work to make sure that we are achieving some of those goals. We've kind of touched it on some other issues, but I think I'm going to do a little bit more into that. For me personally, I know I need it because I set goals and then I don't always achieve them in the time frame that I want to. And that's something that we need to talk about as well. Achieving, partially achieving, not achieving at all. And how does that affect, and what does that mean? So I say that, getting off subject, let me get back on accessories, your image. Let's put the finals on there. What did we do? We said we can do some cologne, smell good, get to some eyewear, contacts, or we can do some other stuff. And that goes with getting some very unique eyewear. All right. We talked about jewelry. What is good? Wearing a bunch of necklaces. If that is your style, by all means, rock you. That is the whole point of this, is take the conversation and things that I've kind of talked about, take them offline, talk to other studs, talk to femmes about it. Because here's the thing. I get dressed to impress me, yes, but I get dressed to impress them. And who is them? That's an impression. When I say it like that, I mean, I'm coming out to show y'all who I am. Will that change if you don't like it? No, absolutely not, because I feel good in how I present myself. You should feel the same way. Okay, that's kind of what I'm saying when I say you out there, you're going to bring it to them. And that's the impressive part. There are people that like I said in my last episode, which was the first part of image, when talking about role models, you are a role model every single time you walk out your house, whether you like it or not. Why? Because you're masculine identified. That's it, all in a nutshell. You're a Black female that's masculine identified, or you're a white female, or you're a person of color. You are different from any other female that walks out there. And so other studs or other gay females that are masculine oriented, when they see you, you are their role model. They are your role model. We are out here for each other, and to be able to see each other and possibly not say anything, that's not right. Always speak. Even if it's just a nod head, give me the nod head. I'm down for that. That lets me know that, hey, we good. We all right. No big deal. Don't think of me. I'm not a threat. I'm not here to take anything from you. I'm not here to give you anything. I am just here to say hello. That's it. And so I think we need to build on that as well. So as we build on our accessories and things of that nature, let's also talk about wallets. I have a long wallet that I've had forever because my dad does the same thing. Yes, I follow a lot of what my dad does. And he always puts it in a little pocket because he wears a blazer majority of the time. He is that formal guy. I don't. So I have this big thing I have a pocket. So I carry a sling bag kind of bag, man bag, whatever you call and I put my wallet in there. I usually put it in my back pocket. It all depends. But now I have this other thing that is small little card carry. I put my cards in it, and then boom, I'm gone. I can put my license in there. I can put my credit cards in there. I can put cash in there, and I can keep pushing. It's smaller. It fits in my pocket. When I'm going to events where I know I'm going to be in a crowd of people, that is what I take with me. Part of that, now that's not an accessory that is going to enhance your image. That's an accessory that possibly can help you not lose your credit cards or not getting, you're not getting nothing taken. Even though you might carry on a normal basis a larger wallet, nothing wrong with that either. But when you're in a large environment where it's like a party, it's really close, people are all over you, there's people next to you really close, you might want to try to think of something not bringing your wallet, because I can always bump up against you, take it, and you wouldn't even know. And then we all say we would know, we wouldn't. I mean, honestly. But that's a thought, is to get something a little smaller, okay? Now, a lot of us have our phones. Our phones have have our credit cards on there, which I think is amazing. And so I think that's fine as well, just putting it out there. All right, so now we've done socks. Shoes, I'm big like this. I think every stud should have a pair of black dress shoes. You should have a pair of brown dress shoes. You should have a black suit. That's just me. I think I've mentioned that before. I think you should have there should be two kinds of suits. You should always have a navy blue and a black. Why? Of course, I'm partial to the navy blue for my reasons, but I do think that those are things you need. And you should also have a blazer. Blazers go a long way if you're in the corporate America. If that's something you're trying to build to, always have that. Be prepared for that dress opportunity. A lot of us as studs, we don't have that dress in place yet. And what I mean by that, that means that if I were to call you up on the phone and say, hey, I got another ticket to the HRC dinner, you could not go because you are not prepared to go. So that is why I say, go get you a brown suit, go get you a black suit, go get you a blue suit, any of the three. Make sure shoes go with it. Because I'm telling you, it's somewhere in your career, in your progress of building who you are and building the things that you want to go to, you are going to need to be able to have a suit on. Don't get it twisted. You're not always going to be able to just fly by the seat of being trendy of what's out there. Can't always wear your jeans, whether they're nice jeans or not, can't always wear them to events. So I hope that we've had a wonderful time here. I think I've covered everything that I believe I need to cover. I will tell you, there are some essentials that you need to have in your, what I call your parachute. And one of them is going to be a lint remover. I have tons of them. I have a dog that has fur, so I have no choice. Lucci will get on everything I have. And at one point, Lucci was on everything I had. So two things I had to do. I had to keep him constantly groomed, and I had to keep a lot of lint brushes around, and I did. And so now it's not as heavy. His hair is not as strong, it's all over the place as much as it used to be, which I'm very happy about. So again, accessories are things that will finalize your outfit. And they range. You don't have to have everything that I talked about. Does not have to be what you use. You might decide, hey, I'm going to do cologne this time on this outfit, but I'm not doing a lot of jewelry. I'm going to wear a watch. Maybe that's it. You might decide, hey, I'm going to do some contacts and I'm going to do a baseball cap. See how you can versatile anything that you need. There are no rules to this. Okay. Well, there are some rules of etiquette that go with what you wear. But right now, I think what's happening in our society of fashion is people are pretty much doing what feels good, what looks good on you, what feels good on you, what you want to wear. My thing is, I want you to wear stuff that's going to look good on you, make you feel good, and take you to the next level. Having conversations about your looks, having conversations about, hey, what do I want to present when I come into 2023? That's what I'm doing. I'm looking in my closet, I'm assessing what I don't have, and I'm making a list of what I need and what I'm about to get rid of. Because some stuff no longer can go onto the next level with me. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that, guys. Again, if you want to do your cologne, hit up Scentbird, socks, fancy, sock fancy, watches, Wrist Mafia. There are tons of boxes out there. Subscription boxes, go look. All you gotta do is go to Google and put in subscription boxes. You will find there are a slew of them. There are those that are for skincare, like the Black Wolf. It's very good. Like I said, they send you a body scrub. They send you some sprays. They send you some scrub. They send you face wash. They send you body wash. They have a really nice little tote bag that they send everything in, and it is really nice. So I might do a part 2 depending on what happens and what I find out. But definitely, I want you all to take what we've talked about today, take it offline. If you have things that I might have missed, please send me an email. That is to realboystalk@gmail.com. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you guys want to talk about. Please note, shooting the shit is the next episode that's coming up. So we will be talking about something. There is no topic off limit when it comes to shooting the shit. And this is where some of my bros from Sigma Omega Phi Fraternity Incorporated come together. We give our opinions, we give our thoughts, we drop some jewels, we drop some knowledge and some resources. All right. We might be talking about some really serious topics. Then again, we might just be shooting the shit. It can be a random of things. Same thing with Real Boys Talk Health Series. Anything is possible we're going to talk about. And I think going into the new year, let's talk about how do we renew some things. What are we renewing? What are we going to be doing? Let's set some goals that are just not our goals, but goals with our relationships, whether it's our business, whether it's our personal, whether it's our spiritual relationship, doesn't matter. It's time now for us to look at what are we going to do next year in 2023 that we didn't do in 2022 or couldn't do in 2022. But now we are able to do it going forward. I am going to want to talk to you guys about some financing. We are going to have that as well. So I'm letting you know, I'm dropping it as much as I can, because if I need it, I figure somebody else out there needs it. And these are conversations I want you to take offline, talk to your friends about, talk to other studs, other femmes, you can do straight people. Have these conversations. They are majorly important. If you're a business owner, you have a product, you want me to review it, I don't have a problem purchasing it. Hit me up. Let's do it. I'm all about that. You can find me at realboystalk.org, on 105.7thephase.com, on iHeart under 105.7 podcasts. We are out there. All right. So please let me know if there's anything that I can do for you and give you some more information about some stuff. I'm here to do that. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope I was able to give you some knowledge. Take it back with you. I enjoyed having you. We will do this again. Thank you.